Hell yeah. Oh, that didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to. Never mind. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Hey guys, how's it going? Are we live? Yes, we are. Okay, good. I feel like it's been a while. But the thing is, it hasn't been. You know what I mean? It feels like it's been a long time, but it really hasn't. Oof, man, this weekend was a good one. Like, it felt long, which is good. That's what you really want. You want a weekend to feel worth it. And I feel like this weekend was definitely worth it. A lot of things happened. If you guys didn't know, TwitchCon was this past weekend. And I went to Saturday only because I had to work on Friday and I was busy on Sunday as well. So, which is all good. This weekend I feel like makes up for a lot of the weekends that were just kind of plain boring or whatnot. Hey DNA, how's it going? How are you doing today? Welcome back. Did you guys have a good weekend? I sure did. But you guys already pretty much know. If you guys follow me on any sort of social media, you guys will already know exactly most of the stuff that happened at least. But I'll give you guys like a full recap before we start Kingdom Hearts, because I know that's honestly what we're kind of here for. But I wanted to let you guys know just my experience of it all, because I feel like it is kind of important. You know, just to give you guys like, you know, just some knowledge about, because I know that probably none, maybe it's, I don't know if you guys have ever gone to TwitchCon before, but it's just like from my point of view as like a streamer that's not very big. Like I'm not a big streamer at all. Let's just say that. But yeah. So yeah, just to, okay, so I mean, you guys want me to wait a little bit before I start, or are you guys good to go? Because we can do a few things. We can do a, let's see, we can do kind of like a, like do the grab bag, just kind of see, just go over the loot that we got, or just, you guys want to do like chronologically, like beginning to end, like my whole experience. We can do the chronological, like my experience there, and then we can do the grab bag afterwards, like all the loot that I ended up getting there. Because if you didn't know, a one-day ticket was about it was $89 for Saturday, for a single day Saturday, and also $89 single day Sunday, and then I think Friday was a $99 single day pass. But if you got all of them, I think it was $189, I want to say $189. So if you bought a 3-day pass, you would have honestly been able to save a little bit of money per ticket. It would have been about like $60-ish each day, rather than the big $90 or $80 or $100 chunk that you would have. But plus they had like a $3 fee, I guess. And so it turned out to be like, total for me was about $92-ish to go to TwitchCon, which was honestly, like, I talked to one of my friends who goes to conventions all the time, like anime conventions, whatnot. She said it is pretty expensive. Like a one-day ticket pretty much is like all the entire con for like other conventions that she's gone to. But honestly, like TwitchCon is a big, very, very big convention, so I was not expecting anything less than that. Honestly, like maybe like, oh yeah, $50 would have been like, oh, no big deal. But then, you know, you gotta figure. Did you go with your friend? I did. I ended up going with, so if you guys looked at my Instagram, not my personal one, the new Instagram, I posted a few pictures of there. A few pictures. She's a friend from church. and she ended up going with me. The funny thing is, she's not a streamer. She doesn't watch streams, and she also doesn't really game too much. So my whole thing was like, I was kind of curious at why she really wanted to go, because obviously, like, if you're not a gamer, why would you? Or if you're not if you're a gamer, yes, you go because it's cool. Like, you probably like want to experience like all the new games that are coming out. You want to try out new stuff. But then, like, if you're a streamer, of course you want to go because it's like you're a streamer, so you want to try out you want to learn about how to stream better, maybe find or like look at like the bigger streamers and kind of like spot them and stuff and kind of like try to meet them and everything. And so if you're a streamer or anybody who watches streams, you would want to go to a convention to meet up with said streamers. But yeah, she fulfilled like none of those like criteria, because she's not a gamer, not really. She'll play like she's like not a hardcore gamer. She'll like, you know, it's very very casual. She also doesn't watch streams. And she is not a streamer herself, so it was interesting to see. I was actually I felt bad because I didn't want to bore her, because a lot of the stuff that I wanted to do was like, oh, I want to meet streamers, I want to like, you know, go hang out, and so it's like, you know, she kind of wanted to like stick with me, because it's like she doesn't want to go by herself like and wander around, because there was a lot of people there, like San Jose convention. Cool that she went into it. Yeah, so I was kind of like making sure that she was having a good time as well, like making sure, you know, that, because like I didn't want to, you know, bore her to death and not do anything that she didn't want to do, and made sure that she, you know, yeah. You got a picture of Jenna Marbles? Yes, I did. Okay, I'll get to that in a second. But so basically we got there, like I heard that Friday, if you had gone on Friday, the lines were so bad on Friday because pretty much everybody had to pick up their badge on Friday. I mean, you could have picked it up Thursday as well, but there was only one entrance, which I get. Like, they assumed that, you know, you want to make sure that everybody, you know, everyone is a very big event, so you want to make sure everyone is safe, because especially with all these events, like all these things happening at these big events and stuff, you want to make sure that nothing happens. And I get it, like I totally get it. You don't want to open up too many entrances so that, you know, maybe something will happen, because then they're liable for it, right? And so, like, I get it. And so unfortunately it was just like I heard it was like up to 6-hour wait to just get into the convention center on Friday, at least on Friday. So they actually sent out an email the day like after, like, so on Friday night, basically after they closed it down, they were like, oh, sorry about that, like, to make things better next time, because we hear your complaints, we're gonna open up more entrances and put security at those entrances on Saturday, and then people who had a Friday only pass can come in for free on Saturday, to extend as like kind of like a consolation for those people, because they didn't get to experience Friday fully. And so I think that's fair. Like, I feel like I know a lot of people were complaining about it because like maybe Friday was like the only day that they could have made it. They were only planning, like, people coming in from out of state were just like, they were only planning on coming in on Friday and then leaving on Saturday. And so it's like, I get it. It's like some people wouldn't have been able to do it, but like at the same time, I'm like, well, you know, they tried, you know, they can't really help it. It's about security, you know. It's like, I'd rather be extra safe than, you know, somebody like a bunch of people getting hurt, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'd rather like be inconvenienced like that, especially in terms of like security. I'd rather be inconvenienced like that rather than, you know, run the risk of dying, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you can put a price on your life like that. But I get it. I get why people are frustrated, and because they spent the money, especially if you came in from out of town, you know, maybe that was the only day that you could have made it, and you couldn't make it in. I'm sure, I don't know. So actually, when we got there, we we ended up getting there about like 8:30ish, maybe a little bit earlier than that. Doors open at 10 o'clock, mind you. And so we still had to get our pass and go in. And so it wasn't too bad though. I mean, I think once we found parking was about $20, which is fine. You know, not a big deal. It's just that the parking structure was filled up, and it took us a while to find a spot, and nobody knows how to park, I swear to God. But it was not too bad. We got there, walked around the corner, lined up. It took us about 15-20 minutes to get our badge. No. It took us 15-20 minutes to line up, get the badge, and then go through security. Maybe closer to 20 minutes, which is not bad, because I think they had separated out people who had backpacks and stuff. Hey Hipting, how's it going? We're just doing a post TwitchCon recap real quick, just my experience and everything, and then we'll get started with Kingdom Hearts. So if you don't mind, we'll maybe talk for like an hour or so, depending on how much you guys want to know and stuff like that. We'll go over the loot that I got and just what kind of experience I had. And so basically they had separated out to two entrances, like at least two. So they had people who had their badge already. That was split up into two. So they had a bag line and a non-bag line. So it was basically the non-bag line was an express lane. So you just basically just like kind of walked in, got like quickly scanned real quick, like through the metal detector, and then you got to go in. Rather than like if you had a bag, you had to get it like searched real quick, like okay, make sure you're not bringing anything bad, and then like all the normal stuff. And so then they had a separate line for you to pick up your badge for those who needed to still pick up their badge, and then you went in to your own security like door on the side. So like there was like at least three separate lines for going in, and they moved pretty fast. I think even though we had lined up at first in the wrong line, we lined up in the already got our badge line, and we were in there for like 10 minutes, and we were like moving before we realized that we almost got to the front, and we're just like, oh wait, we don't even have our badge. Let's go back. We need to go to the other line. And so overall, us getting in was not too bad on the second day, which is great, because that's, if anything, that proves that they were able to improve their line system really quickly, and for good riddance too, because they got really bad rap on the first day for having really bad lines. And so once we got there, I think it was about 8:45, maybe closer to 9 o'clock. We stood in line for the meet and greets, because they were having the first set of meet and greets was with like with Shroud, like Justin, some other guys, I don't remember exactly who else was there. Giant Waffle, like basically all like the first person shooter guys, they were all in there. So I wanted to go to see if I could get like Shroud's, if I could get Shroud's like card and everything, because for every person doing a meet and greet, they got these special individual like artwork cards. I don't know if I can actually show you. Let me see. Cards. Let me see. TwitchCon. I don't know if I can show it. It's hard. I have one from the person I got a meet and greet with. Oh yeah, this is the badge, by the way. For those of you guys if you guys never saw one, for this year, they had 3 different badges. So they had like a regular viewer, then they had affiliate badges, which were blue. The regular viewer badge was kind of like an orange-yellow. So it's like an orange-yellow up here. And then they had the partner badges, which were purple on top. And then they had staff badges, of course, they're black. So yeah, so I have my little badge here. I'm going to keep this forever. And if you had Twitch Prime, you got to get this little crown thing to show that you were like a Twitch Prime member, which was cool, because if you were, you get a bunch of free stuff and everything. And so the affiliate, I'll just go over it. I'll just go over the loot really slowly. The affiliate gift that they had for us was this little pin, I don't know if you guys can see that. It's a little gun, like it's like a metal pin. It's a metal pin that says Twitch affiliate on it. It's actually pretty cool. Like, look at this. It just has two little things on the back. It's a little pin. I don't know where I'm gonna put this. I have no idea yet. I just put it on my desk so I can look at it every now and then. I hope they have like later down every TwitchCon they continue to like, oh, if you make partner, maybe you get like a Twitch partner like little pin. That'd be nice. That'd be cool. Then you could like see like your level up from there. But yeah, so that was the gift that you got as a Twitch affiliate. So everyone who had an affiliate badge got one of those, which is good. It's free. It's cool. I like free stuff. So we got in line at about 9 o'clock for the meet and greets, and then the bad thing is that we lined up. They told us to like snake around from the entrance of the hallway, and then once the doors open, there was no such thing as a line. Like, you know, I thought people would be pretty nice about it, but you know, people are people. Someone is always gonna cut, and then once one person cuts in line, everybody cuts. So basically, let me see how to draw this. So the door, let's see, the door was against like here, right? I don't know how to describe this. The door, okay, let's say the door was like in front, right? So it kind of snaked around. How do I do that? How do I describe this? Hold on. Yeah, so anyway, the door was like here, and then it kind of, from the door, like, we lined up against the wall, like, kind of parallel to the door, so that we're kind of, like, not out of the way, right? So we're kind of out of the way. And so it's like, it went out, and then snaked around, and then kind of around and around and around, so we were kind of, like, bunched together, but, like, in a line. And so, once they opened the door, we were in like the second one facing the other way, and so people had started, you were supposed to like follow the snake into the hallway, but it ended up collapsing in on itself, and then everyone just rushed in. And it was such a waste of time. Like, I had been standing there for basically an hour, and basically for an hour I got cut in line by 80% of the people who were standing behind me. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, if they're gonna plan to do that, like bring everybody into the wait hall, like why don't you put up some like those ropes, you know, like those, what are they called, like the little line rope things to keep everybody in line. Like, why don't you do that? Like, why would you tell us to line up like this and not enforce it afterwards? You know what I mean? Like I had been standing there for about like little over an hour, and then you're gonna have like 80% of the people who are standing behind me cut in line? Like, that seems ridiculous. Actually, they sent me a survey today and I wrote that in there. I was like, if you're gonna have lines, enforce them, because I waited an hour just to get cut in line by 80%, like basically a bunch of people behind me. It's not fair. It's not fair. And I'm pretty sure the people who were in front of me too, they were a little bit farther away from the door. They were pretty angry about it too, because it's like, they were like, really, I can't believe it. Yeah, exactly. They need to control the line. If they're gonna make us stand in like that zigzag line, they gotta enforce it. They gotta have somebody, like, once the doors open, you gotta make sure that nobody can just like walk in and sneak in. You know what I mean? That's messed up. Then what's the point of having a line? Then you just have a big gigantic like mob of people. You know what I mean? But I mean, it, other than not being able, like, so we ended up going inside. It was not like a big deal, because we ended up still getting into the meet and greet area. It's just that the meet and greet, the doors open at 10 o'clock, the meet and greet starts at 11. So we had to wait another hour. Yeah, which was not a big deal. Like, I don't mind waiting, because it's like, you can't have them like start signing stuff like immediately. I get it. So that's the schedule. So the meet and greets, they had it, basically every person had 2 lines. And so that one was actually very organized, because once you line up for one person, they kind of like, so there's 2 lines, but then the first line, that's the first 50 people. Basically every person who wants to meet them gets there's only 100 people who can meet that person. And then that's it. Then they're cut off. it was kind of weird, because like I wanted to, because Shroud was the first one, and his line by the time I got to the meet and greet area was full, and they weren't letting anybody else in line, and so, which kind of sucked, because of course, I mean, everybody wants to see Shroud, which I get. It's not a big deal, like, but I was like, oh man, maybe I'll go see Shroud. I didn't know that they were gonna cut off the line right at 100 people. Because if it was gonna be like that, I would have lined up for him first. Because I figured, oh, like, you know, once enough people get through Shroud's line, then I can, like, I'll go to King George first. Because, like, I don't play Siege. I don't play Rainbow Six Siege very much, but I like to watch it. It's very fun. So actually, a lot of my favorite streamers are like Rainbow Six streamers. Like, if you look at my follow list, there's a lot of them. You know, we have King George and Munition. Who else? Narcoleptic Nugget, and then like a few more. Like Little Lexi played a little bit. She plays more PUBG now, but I don't really play it, but I like to watch other people who are better than me play it, because it's like, oh, it's fun, you know. I wish I could be that good, but I'm not. So I do watch a lot of Rainbow Six Siege players, and so one of my favorite ones is King George, so I was able to meet him. It's actually really funny because I was the first one in line for like at least 10 minutes. Like, nobody wanted to line up for I felt really bad. I was like, is he not popular? Like, I'm sure he is, you know. Like, he's like I get it, like, he's not, you know, he's like one of the top Rainbow Six streamers. He's very nice too. Like, you know, that was one of the things that I was kind of nervous for, was that he was gonna be like, you know, more like his, like, kind of like, I don't know, but I mean, like, most people generally are pretty nice, so, you know, yeah. And so, yeah, so when you go to a meet and greet, every person for each session of the meet and greets, they all have their individual cards with artwork, and so this is the King George one. It actually matches one of his profile pictures, or one of his pictures that he took. He's an ex pro player for Rainbow Six Siege. He used to be on a team, but he does full-time streaming now as well. And he signed the back, King George, right there. And so it's like a special card. Like, the artwork is individual to each streamer that had a meet and greet, and so I actually, honestly, out of the ones that I saw, the King George one was the coolest one, in my opinion. I didn't see the Shroud one. I don't know what the Shroud one would have looked like, but yeah. So it's like one of my like, this is probably the most valuable thing that I have from the thing. I know that King George is not like the biggest big stream. He's not Shroud, but like, he's very popular still. Like, he still gets like 2,000-3,000 viewers, like, average on his stream. So like, he's pretty big. You'll be back? Alright, Hib Tang. Yeah, and so yeah, I mean, it was good though. Like, I met him, and he, you know, we took a picture. It's also on my personal page, as well as my other, like, the gaming Instagram. So that one, they're all up there. And it's good. You know, he was very nice. We talked for like about like 2 or 3 minutes, just, you know, just casual chatting. I really wanted to tell him though that like, if you've ever watched a King George video before, he always, like, he does, like, team kill bounties. So per game, like, if he's playing with, like, a certain friend, he'll team kill him. And so I wanted to tell him to team kill Molly for me, which is one of his friends who he thinks he makes fun of all the time. And, you know, they're good friends. It's just that, you know, it's really funny when they do it. And so they have a big laugh about it. And I forgot to tell him when I was there. I was actually pretty nervous because I wasn't, you know, I'm not like, I'm like, I just watch him. I don't play Siege, so it's not like I could have, like, talked to him about it a little bit. And so I'm just like, you know, I was nervous about meeting, because it was like the first thing that we did was go to the meet and greet. And so I also have never gone to a meet and greet before, so I didn't know what was, like, the whole procedure, like, what do we do? So yeah, he was pretty nice about it. You know, I was like, oh, thanks. Like, and everything, and so like I got the card. My friend also got one. It was really funny because like one of her friends wanted to buy the card from her for like $1 or $2, and I was like, fam, if you don't get compensated for your entire ticket, don't even sell it, because literally they only have one stack of this, one stack of cards per streamer, and they're signed. So why would you only sell it for $1? Like, it's a limited, not only is it limited edition, you had to stand in line for it. Like, if you're 2 or 3 hours of standing in line and waking up early and actually going to the convention and paying for your ticket to get that is only worth $1 to you, like, I told her, I was like, don't sell it unless it's $100. Like, it's a minimum of $100 to at least compensate your ticket for going. Because if your friend really, really wants it, you would sell it. You know, they would have gone, if they really wanted the card, they would have gone themselves to get it. But if they don't want it enough, you know, that's her time, that's her money, you know? It's like, if you want to let it go for less than that, that's fine. But at least, like, if I wasn't a big fan, I would have been like, yeah, but at least compensate the ticket, right? That's what I told her, and she was like, really, $100? And I was like, yeah. It's like, I know that you don't watch him, but at least be smart about it. It's worth at least that, because it's limited. There's only 100 tickets. There's only 100 of these cards out there, and it's signed. So, yeah. Anyways, going back to everything else. So after the meet and greet, we went back out into the exhibitor floor, which was not as big as I thought it would be. It was smaller than any of the other. I've never gone to many conventions. I mean, I've gone to like trade shows before, like especially at like Moscone Center in San Francisco, and Moscone Center is big. It's huge. They host a car show every year, which I will probably vlog this year. I'll probably vlog it this year. It should be pretty fun. Yeah, I'll probably vlog the car show this year. So that'll be next month. But yeah, Moscone Center is huge, because you think about it this way, they have all the cars in there. Not only just the cars, they have multiple cars from every single vendor, like all these different like car companies and all this stuff. So it's like it's huge. You'll see it If you've ever been to San Francisco Moscone Center before, it is, and they just remodeled it too, so it's like it's even bigger than it was before. It's crazy. But yeah, because they have kind of like an underground area. But anyway, going back to TwitchCon. Yeah, so we went to the exhibitor area, which was not, it wasn't that big. There was a lot of stuff in there, and I feel like maybe it was big, it just didn't feel that big because there were so many people packed into this small area. Like, there were a lot of vendors, and there were a lot of people packed in. They had a separate hallway across the street. It's not a street, it's like across, like you had to go out of the main hall and into another hallway to go to the Fortnite area, which I think was done on purpose, because they knew that like most of the audience there is like younger kids, so they had like a Nerf Fortnite area for like the kids, and so they could just hang out in the Fortnite area in basically a different building. And so that was actually, I thought about that and it was actually really hilarious, because I didn't see too many young faces, like really like kids and their parents and stuff, because I figured they all probably went over to the Fortnite tent, right? Which made sense. So yeah, it was good. So a lot of the people that I saw were about my age, or maybe like high schoolers, or maybe a little bit older, like college students. And so yeah, in the main area as well, in the main building, in the main hallway, they had the Doritos Bowl esports event, which is the Call of Duty Blackout tournament. That was with like Shroud and Munition. I'm really sad that I didn't get to meet her or Shroud. But like, I figured I wouldn't be able to meet Shroud because everybody wants to meet Shroud. I at least wanted to meet Munition, which is really, really sad, because she had her meet and greet on Friday afternoon, And then she was having another meet and greet at the Corsair booth, because she is a Corsair partner. She had another meet and greet, but it was gonna be on Sunday, and her Doritos Bowl tournament that she was participating in was on Saturday, and that was the only thing that she was scheduled for. And so I was really sad that I was like, oh man, I really wanted to meet her, because she's so cool. Yes, I want to meet her, but couldn't go on Saturday because I didn't have a ticket. She was participating in the tournament on the day that I was going, and then she was having another meet and greet on Sunday at the booth, and I was not going to be there. I wasn't going to be there for either of those times where she was actually having a planned meet and greet, which is unfortunate. Maybe next year. Maybe next year we'll be able to catch her. Yeah. So, after we explored a little bit, we ended up going to the Black Desert. Yeah, I guess I could just go over, in order what we got. So, we went to the Black Desert booth, which is actually pretty big, because they're doing, Black Desert Online, mobile, so BDO mobile. So, it's coming out soon. And so they were doing a giveaway as well. Like, they wanted you to try out their game, give them some feedback, and then once they got some feedback, you know, you did all the processes and surveyed and whatnot, then you get free stuff, which is good. You know, everyone loves free stuff. So let me see. Yeah, so you got, after you did everything, the stuff that you ended up getting, let me pull it out, make sure that this is everything that we got. Okay, yes, I think this is it. Wait, is it? Yeah. So after you got it, you got this little drawstring bag with the, if you guys remember me playing BDO for a little bit, they had the black spirit guy. He's a little drawstring bag. Isn't it cute? Like, it's a little drawstring bag. Yeah. So this is what they gave it everybody who've completed the survey and everything. So it's actually really cute. It's like a little drawstring bag that you can just like put everything in, which was actually really good, because when we got freebies and stuff, we were able to just like stuff them all in one bag. So this is, and also inside the bag you got a little keychain, again with a little, like, it's a little keychain, a little rubber keychain with the little black spirit, and then you got little pins. Or not pins, buttons. These little buttons, like all with the little Black Desert guy, like in different, I don't know, can you guys see that? Can you see it? Can you see it? Yeah, you got little pins, little buttons. And then also these, let's see. Yeah, these, you know, like those, yeah, these little bracelets that were like TwitchCon. Yeah, see, they had one that's purple that has TwitchCon on the back. And just, it's a purple one, and then this one just has the little spirit on the back. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's a little spirit and just this pearl abyss on it. And also, they gave out a t-shirt, which was not as cool as I thought it was gonna be. It's a pretty cheap t-shirt, and also not in my size, because apparently they ran out. So this is a medium, but I think it'll fit still, like as like a sleeping shirt or something. It's a blue, is this blue? Yes, it's blue. It's a blue t-shirt. Oh my god, can you move? Like, sorry, this drawstring bag is like, it keeps like sliding off my lap. Like, excuse me, can you calm down? Thank you. Yeah, so it just says, it's a blue t-shirt that says Pearl Abyss on it. It's actually really, really boring. I mean, it's for free, so I can't really complain. So, yep. So got a t-shirt, buttons, bracelets, keychain. I think that's about it that came in with that, right? Yes. Okay. Yeah, and so that came with that. I'm gonna put it back real quick. And so we went actually across the street. Let me see. Let me put this back real quick. Okay, actually, let me show you guys the King George picture. No, let's do the... So, oh, not that one. So, okay, here we go, real quick. This is the King George picture. This is King George, for those of you guys who don't know who he is. He's just the, he's a Rainbow Six Siege player. He actually makes me look taller than I am. He's very tall. I'm very tall. As you can tell, I'm very tall. So, yeah, it's pretty funny. It's all good. But yeah, so he makes me look taller, which is good. I'm normal sized when standing next to him, which is always good. So yeah, after that, we ended up going to across the street. Let me see. Yeah, we ended up going, oh wait, they had stickers. Where are my stickers? Where? Wait, there were some, oh, there it is. Okay, no, okay, wait. I missed some of the stuff because I actually took it out of the bag. Also came with these, the little postcards with character classes, new artwork for Black Desert Remastered. So they have little artwork. They were all the same. So you have one for, I think Ninja. This is the Ninja class, which is it's really nice artwork. They're little postcards. This one is Valkyrie. I don't know if you guys see that. And this is Ranger. I really wanted one that was the Tamer class because that's what I actually play in the game. But unfortunately, I checked my friends as well, and she also got the same exact cards. So they also came with little stickers. These are actually pretty nice. These are like little vinyl stickers. These are actually so cute. Look at this. They're little black spirit stickers. I like this. Wait, which one's my favorite? I like this one. This guy right here. He's like an architect or like archaeologist. So he has like a little magnifying glass and a little backpack on it. So he's really cute. The other one is just little circle ones. They kind of look like the buttons. So they're like the bigger button stickers. You have the gamer one. Oops. You have the gamer one. You have the regular one. This guy's like a little sailor with like a scarf and a little hat. This guy's an astronaut. This guy is a little cowboy, and this guy has he's just going swimming. He has a little duck thing. It's really cute. Yeah, so that's also with the Black Desert grab bag as well. Everything like that, so hell yeah. That's for that one. Okay, and then we went across the street, me and my friend, and we ended up going to the PUBG tournament, the Omen, hosted by Omen, HP, and I think HP. I think that's what it is. It's the PUBG tournament, and they were giving out free stuff as well. Unfortunately, because it was free, they ended up like giving away all the sizes. So again, whenever there are free t-shirts, it'll always be gone as soon as possible. So yeah, this is a large because they only had larges and extra larges, but this will probably end up being a sleep shirt as well. But it's actually really cute. It has a little PUBG on the back, and then it has chicken tonight. It's really cute, right? Look at that. It's little artwork. They had 3 other ones, so I ended up getting this. These were free, so they had a Sandhawk Saviors, have a crate day, and I forgot what the other one was, but they gave out t-shirts as well as little bandanas. So these are PUBG bandanas. I don't know if I'm gonna use them or not. If I do, you know, that's there. So these are little PUBG bandanas. I might use it. But yeah. So they have those two as well. So they gave those out at the tournament. And then, favorite thing happened there. We went there just to you know, hang out a little bit. Yeah, they're little bandanas. So we just went out there to hang out for a little bit. There was no official meet and greet for anything, and so you're just there to basically witness the the tournament live. That's basically what it was. But while we were waiting for them to start, because we had gotten there really, really early, or not really early, but like we had eaten a little bit, crossed the street, went over, and you know, stood in line for a little, or like we sat down in the air conditioned area, because inside the main hall it was hot. It was just like, because I think it's just body heat. There were so many people there. So we went in there, we just relaxed a little bit. We got to sit down for the first time in like 4 hours, because by this time the tournament was like 1 o'clock. So all the stuff that I just mentioned, doing the meet and greet, going to the BDO booth, and then doing all these other stuff, getting your Twitch Prime sticker and all that stuff, that took about that, like, and then we ate a little bit for like a half an hour, and then we went over across the street. That, and then by that time 1 o'clock. So 1 o'clock rolls around, we just, you know, we're sitting there hanging out a little bit, you know, just waiting for the tournament to start, and they're about to start. And then I see Julian, you know, walk in with, you know, like he's about to sit down at his desk. I don't know how he managed to like sneak past all of us, but suddenly he's there. And because you can see him, he has like, you know, really yellow hair, so it's like you'll see him from far away, even in the dark, because it was actually a very darkly lit area. And so I was like, oh my god, where's Jenna? And so like I kind of see her, because she's got like there's nothing about her right now that like stands out. I mean, she just looks like a normal person, you know, like especially from like really far away, you can't really tell that's her unless you like are like, oh my gosh, double take, you know, like really closely. But then she like moved. I think she was with Rome, her manager. She was like, there's like a little bar area just outside of the streamer area, and she was making her way over there, and somebody had stopped her to like, you know, talk a little bit. And so like people were starting to like, you know, come over and like group up, and I was just like, oh my gosh, am I gonna go? Am I gonna go? Should I go? And so I was standing there like, or like I like got up, and I was just like, you know what? You know, F it, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go try. Like I'm gonna regret it if I don't go up to her and at least try to meet her. Like she's obviously like right now she's more than happy to like stop and hang out and like chat with everybody, like, and take a selfie, because like people like when I had seen her, I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't bother her, because like maybe she's like needs to get something and then like go back quickly because the tournament is about to start. And so like no, but like people are starting to line up, and she was like talking to them, hanging out a little bit, and so I was like, oh my gosh, like they're like right there. And so I was like, oh, you know, I'm just gonna go. And so I went up, and then like people, I was like, you know, talking to a few people in line. They were like, I was like, oh my gosh, this is great. Like, I can't believe this is happening right now. This is like da 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 da. And then so we got up to her, and then like she's absolutely the nicest person, like that I've like nicest person I've never met before, like that kind of thing. She's absolutely like the best. Like just like what I had what you would imagine Jenna to act like. She's, you know, like if you watch any of her videos, she's pretty much like that in person. Like she's absolutely like the sweetest person on earth, and like 11 out of 10 would recommend if you ever saw Jenna. Like she's absolutely like incredibly sweet. You know, she like I'm not really much of like a hugger, but like I hugged her because I was like, technically she hugged me. I was just like, oh my gosh, like I hugged her, and then like the funniest thing was I told her, I was like I love your videos. I watch you guys all the time. You guys are great, you know. And then so once I did that, I was like, you know, I love your dogs, and by the way, your dogs are way better than Jack's Films dogs. And like normally she was just like, you know, she'd smile and like, you know, like nod along and be like, oh, that's so sweet, da, da, da. And then if you've ever seen any of her reactions to like her feud or her beef against Jack's Films, she was like, she looked at me, she's like, ooh, like she gave me that look, like the ooh look, and then she's like, yes. And I was like, oh my gosh, she actually reacted to that. That's great. And so like then after that we took a really quick picture and stuff, and so yeah, it's actually really funny because all the pictures the selfies that I took, like they're pretty blurry, partially because it was dark in there, so the camera's not as sharp when it's dark, and also partially because I was probably really, really nervous, so I was just like taking them really quickly because I didn't want to take up any of her time, because like right before I was about to step up, she was talking to these two girls, and like her manager Rome, she's like, oh, the tournament's about to start, better keep it moving, just take a quick selfie, and then that's about it. You can't really, you don't want to hold her up. And I was like, okay, yeah, I just wanted to, tell her something real quick. And then, so that was like right before I walked in, so I was like, oh my gosh, does she have to leave? Like, she's literally standing right in front of me. And so, like, I was able to do all that, and so I didn't want to take up too much of her time. I took a few pictures real quick because there were some flashing lights, so some of the pictures were a little bit just like, there's a light beam going across my face and everything, or her face. And so I took a few, and then I was just like, oh, thank you so much, and then it's like, it's great to meet you, and then I was just like, good luck, and then so went back to my seat, and I was like, at that point, I was like, okay, that made the entire trip worth it, like this entire convention worth it. Because up until that point, yes, meeting King George was great. Yes, like going to all these other, like going to the booths, trying out games and stuff. Yes, it was nice, but it's not worth like almost nearly $100 to go to a convention, or especially TwitchCon. And so like now, just that singular moment of meeting like basically my favorite like internet celebrity, that moment made up for everything. That moment alone made up for the ticket. I was like, you know what? Yeah, totally worth it. Totally 100% worth it. Just for that moment alone. Like, even if I did nothing but just meet her there, it would have been worth it. Like, I didn't need the free stuff. I did not need to meet King George either. I mean, yes, King George is great too. Like, he's a very nice person. But it's just like, I didn't, like, he's just like a streamer that I know, like, that I watch constantly, and so, but like, in terms of like, oh my gosh, like, actual, like, freaking out, like, Jenna Marbles absolutely takes the cake on that one. I mean, King George is great too. He's cool. So, absolutely my favorite moment in this entire weekend. So, and then after, we hung out for a little bit, watched a few rounds of the tournament, watched the first round of the tournament, and then we went back across the street and we did this is the last thing that we have to do. Yeah, so we went back across the street, went through security, which was really quick. We went back across the street and we did this. They had this little scavenger hunt thing going on. So if you had Twitch Prime, you were able to participate in the event, or not event, but it's like this little scavenger hunt where you can get free stuff. And so for like you were supposed to like scan QR codes that were hidden. Like if you go to certain booths, they have a little QR code that you can scan, and so each QR code is worth like a certain amount of points, and then you have to get like 250 points. I think there was a total of 421 points that you could have gotten, but if you got the minimum of at least 250, you get loot, basically, you get free stuff. And so what they did in the loot bag, after you visit all those QR codes, you get a t-shirt, which fortunately this time around they had my size, so but it's still pretty big. So I guess they're promoting their connection with like League of Legends or whatever. I don't play League, but they had was it in the front on the pocket? It says League of Legends Partner Program with Twitch Prime. So see, it has that, and also on the back actually has some cool artwork. I showed this to Benz earlier, and so it has some like cool artwork of the heroes, or is it champions? Champions. I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't play League. So they have all this artwork on the back, so it's pretty cool. Hey Jizzy, how's it going? We're just going over a quick TwitchCon recap a little bit, just to hang out and stuff like that. Hey Lethal, thank you so much for the 14 viewer host. Welcome everybody. We're just talking TwitchCon right now, so welcome everybody. How you guys doing? How you guys doing today? But yeah, so in the loot bag they had this League of Legends t-shirt. Hey Freddy's ready. Hey Lethal. Nerdy sent me. Hell yeah, hell yeah. So yeah, they had he held my host hostage. Oh, that's so nice, Jizzy. Thank you so much, and Lethal. Thank you very much. But yeah, so I don't play League, and so they have this, like, I like the artwork though. I like the artwork a lot. Like, look at this. Look at this, guys. Look at this. I made him play Fortnite, so I got my revenge. Hey, Red Wallace, how's it going? Those are so cute. Those emotes are so cute. And then they also gave away these mouse pads, which is their new design or whatever for Twitch Prime or whatever. And also they gave away these skins. I think these were the world skins. Hey, Jinxie, how's it going? Was TwitchCon amazing? Looked like fun? Yes, it was. For those of you guys who don't follow me, I just wanted to say that I mentioned it before because I said it earlier before you guys came in here. It's good. How are you? I'm doing well, man. This weekend was a blast. I met Jenna Marbles at TwitchCon. If you guys don't know who Jenna Marbles is, she is like one of the OG, like original YouTubers who now streams on Twitch with her boyfriend. And so they were there, and I got to meet her and take a picture and everything, and that by itself made it worth it, like A+. So yeah, in the Twitch Prime loot bag, they gave away League of Legends skins. This is the, apparently according to my friend, this is the World's skin. Yeah, this is the World skin that you can only get for a limited time, and so they were giving these away for free with the loot bag, and so per person everybody got one. Thank you, Freddy's Ready, for the follow. Thank you, I appreciate it. Welcome. But yeah, so I got one. So I can't give this away because I actually gave it away to my friend already, who always supports the stream. If you guys don't watch the stream, normally my friend Benz, or I like to call him Benz, but his real name is Rob, and so yeah, I gave it to him because he plays League and collects skins and everything, and so he always supports the stream. He's always playing games with me on the stream, so I ended up giving him the skin, and so it was a pretty big deal. But yeah, see, everyone follows me on stream. Well, thank you very much. Have a great stream, Kona. Much love. Got some more Fortnite to grind. Good luck, man. Good luck. Yes. Yeah, at TwitchCon they had an entire hall dedicated for Fortnite there. So it was actually a pretty big deal there. Like, everybody else got, their own little area and everything, but like they had to open up another hall just for Fortnite because they figured, all the little kids who were gonna go, they wanted to go see Fortnite stuff and hang out and just do Fortnite stuff, and so yeah, they had their own little hallway for it, which was good. It was good, don't want to trample like little kids. Yeah, that was the only time I actually never stepped foot in there because there was a giant line for it. But overall, like, great experience, I think. Unfortunately, I didn't really get to connect with other streamers. There wasn't really an opportunity to do that, which I thought there was going to be, because they, people were saying like, oh, like TwitchCon is a great way to connect with other streamers, but I didn't really unless you already knew other streamers who were going, it wasn't really a place where you can break the ice and just connect randomly with other streamers. At least not from what I experienced. Maybe it's because I was, maybe because I'm too introverted or like shy or whatever, that I'm not really a good person to like walk up to random people and say, hey, what's going on? Like, I'm not that type of person. I need a big icebreaker. I need like something or an event, a reason to go up to people and be like, hey, how are you doing? Da, 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 da. Like, if there was a session where we had to participate and be like, oh, say hi to the person next to you, like, do that kind of thing, like, that would have been like a good introduction, like, doing that would have been fine. But there was, because I think it's because I didn't really go to any of those panels or anything like that, I didn't really get that opportunity to do that. But I feel like even if you got into the panels, it was more like you kind of just sit there and you watch. You don't really like connect with any other the people around you, you know what I mean? Like, everybody kind of had their own like groups of people. Like, if you had known like another streamer who was going and you've never met them before and you wanted to meet up there, that would have been a great opportunity to do that. But if you know absolutely no other streamers there, like, it's very difficult, I would say, to connect with those streamers, like connect with other streamers. So unfortunately, that wasn't able to happen for me, which was not a bad thing, I think. I think maybe in the future, for the next TwitchCon. Maybe next year I get to meet some other streamers that I've met recently, or maybe because I'll have another year to meet more streamers, maybe we'll be able to connect with more within the next year and be able to meet up with them next year. So we'll see. I mean, I am planning maybe to go next year, depending on where it is and what my life situation is, but most likely I will probably go. I mean, if it's out of the Bay Area where I live right now, I will probably go to all 3 days. If it's here again, I'm not sure. It really depends. I want to try to go to all 3 days, but maybe not. We'll see. Yeah. So, yeah, it was not too bad though. Like, I think I got a lot out of it. It was like a one-time experience that, you know, I don't regret going. Let's just say it that way. I don't regret going. There's a lot of stuff, you know, there's a lot of experiences. If I had not gone before, I would, you know, never, you know, still be sitting here doing nothing. But other than that, not too bad. I mean, got some valuable like streamer cards from the meet and greet. Got to meet King George. Got to meet Jenna Marbles, which by itself was worth it. Got to play some games that were in development. Got to learn a little bit about what Twitch is coming out with in the future for creators, as well as, you know, whatever. It's, you know, just try to, you know, at least experience those. So maybe next year we'll be able to connect more with other people. But other than that, not a bad experience. Let's see, off to bed. Good night, Kona. Okay, have a good night, Jinxie. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you guys stopping by. But yeah, I think we're gonna start Kingdom Hearts now. We can start Kingdom Hearts. Okay, yeah, we can start playing now. Now that that's over with. I mean, if there's anything else you guys want to know about TwitchCon, feel free to ask. I don't know what we're doing today for Kingdom Hearts. We might grind a little bit because we are a little under-leveled, or we could just go for it. You know what I mean? I'm not one to just shy away from anything. We ended up beating Ursula even though we were under-leveled, so I feel like we can do it. I feel like we can do it. Was it hard to find parking? I mean, we got there at about 8:30 to park, so not too bad. We just, you know, there's an underground parking lot, so it's not hard to find parking. It's just that because you had to park in a lot, it was kind of full. It was also $20. So, but it was like an all-day pass. So let me start up the game. Where's my controller? Sorry, I turned off the music without even giving you guys the thing yet. Where is it? There you go. Yeah, so it wasn't too hard to find parking. It's just, you know, it cost money. So